Welcome, everyone. What are some of the advantages, Stan, of coaching teams with a lot of veterans, a lot of experience?
Kevin, how much time do we have? I mean, do we have time to do a whole podcast? I mean, it's everything. They know more about the game. They're smarter. They've seen it all. They have developed a professionalism and a mental toughness. They've been through every situation. I could go on and on.
And there's that fine line between being too weighted in that direction and not having the kind of skill players, the youth, that can drive that engine.
Yeah, I think having a good mix of youth and veterans is very important to teams.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Abusele out there with Edwards. Then it's Butler. And it's Council in at the 3.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
To the middle. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchises.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Butler passes to Grimes. Misses the 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Pass to Herro. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. The three-pointer is right on target.
Yeah, he's crafty in the two-man game. Herro getting the space he needs.
Butler against Herro. Edwards trying to get open. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part is they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
That's tipped. Outside, Herro. Here's Adebayo. Rebound by the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
Yeah, it wasn't their finest hour or finest 2 hours. It has to be a matter of pride for them this time.
Rozier for 3. That shot off. The 76ers trail by 4. Pass to Butler. To the inside. Puts the move on. Grimes with the bucket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Outside, Robinson. Back to Herro. A minute 20 left here in the opening quarter. It's good. Herro's got 5 now.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Herro can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
That's good from Edwards on the assist by Butler.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Pass to Adebayo. Inside. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
They set the pick. Takes a step back. Butler. And Ware pulls it down.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Outside, Herro. Pass to Robinson. Adebayo down low. Rebound by Butler. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 4-point game. Abusele can't hit. And here is Robinson. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got Lonnie Walker, and it's Doughton in at the point. Outside, Rozier. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
He's a competitor. Even amongst the trees, Rozier has such confidence in his ability to finish.
This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys can kind of be overlooked, like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him. We have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu was a big part of what we did in Orlando, was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Knocks it loose. Hawkins with the ball. He's picked up by Walker. Here's Highsmith. Scoreless thus far. Rozier for 3. Good on the triple. Now it's a 6-point Heat lead.
Pretty reliable from outside. You got to get a hand up on Rozier from that area.
Pass to Castleton. Here's Doughton. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Rozier. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give them a chance to discuss some potential alterations. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Goes up off the inbound. Robinson for three. And Philadelphia grabs the miss, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Really a disappointing effort. That game could have and should have been closer than it was.
Yeah, look, that's not the kind of performance they would have liked. But the one good thing about this league, the next game's always right around the corner.
Here's Butler. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Adebayo. Double team on Adebayo. Good ball movement here by Miami. Shot clock at 5. And it's Rozier missing. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Grimes. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, Herro, D right on him. Pass to Robinson. Adebayo with a screen for Robinson. Back to Herro. With the shot. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Herro's got 7 points in the game.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Abu Saleh kicks to Butler. Outside, Edwards. Outside, Walker. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got 6 here in this quarter. 5 seconds left here in the second. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pete, okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
You know, for Philadelphia, just 1 week left in the season. They have not been mathematically eliminated from the postseason, but I don't know.
Moving right along now to the Miami Heat, they find themselves in a close contest at the half.
The energy in their hometown is electric, man. You can tell these players are loving the positive attitudes and feeding off them. I expect them to sustain this enthusiasm.
Yeah, I mean, these fans just love this team. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by Terry Rozier.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
We've got Tyler Herro. Higgins is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Robinson, and it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Yeah, just a flick of a wrist. Tyler Herro with the scorer's mindset.
Pass to Grimes. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Down low. Here's Ware. Second chance shot, and the layup is good.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Pass to Council. Butler is screen on Wiggins. Here's Grimes. It's good. This game is all even. Grimes has got 5 points now in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Outside Robinson. Here's Adebayo. The rebound by Yabusele. 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Now here's Butler. Still scoreless. And he drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Butler's got the lead up to 2 now for the 76ers.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Adebayo kicks to Wiggins. Pass to Herro. Jacks up a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Herro's got 12 points in the game.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And at this point, Tyler Herro's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but giving a lot of credit, it never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Herro's an outstanding offensive player.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
Let's see the stat sheet here for Bam Adebayo.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's Walker. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
76% on the season from the foul line.
Miami leading by 3. Adebayo the screen. Rozier for 3. And Bona with the rebound. The 76ers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. There's the screen. Pass to Yabusele. 6 to shoot. The 76ers. That is a great finish!
Oh, my.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. Here's Rozier, and there's the drive. No good. He's now missed more than he's made. 4 for 9. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Walker. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. So Rozier will bring it up for the Heat. They lead by 1. Jaquez the pass to Mitchell. Back to Jaquez. Mitchell outside. Tyler Herro has been leading the charge for the Heat. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Walker, and it's Reese in at the 4 slot. And it's Anderson that time on the assist by Rozier. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one. Now Walker driving inside.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Now at the line, Lonnie Walker the 4th. 2.
And that one falls for Walker. Good on both. Rozier with the ball. Jaquez outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, he's such a hard-nosed player. Jaquez is always ready for battle.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And also, got to be impressed with their interior play, getting it in the paint and figuring out ways to score.
Throws it up high, out of bounds. Miami takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here are the Heat now. It's a 3-point game. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Rozier looking around. Count the basket. And the Heat lead by 5.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
They set the pick. Here's Walker. Pass to Bona. Stolen by Anderson. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Releases. And there's another one for the Heat.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. Right now, I'd send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. Now, he talked about keeping confidence. He said this game is close, but we know we're the better team. Now it's time to go out there and prove it. See if they can come back in this one, guys.
Thank you, David. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Outside Robinson. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Robinson's got the lead up to 7 now for the Heat. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. To the paint. Butler against Herro. Outside Edwards. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Herro against Butler. Herro kicks to Robinson. Wiggins outside. 4 on the shot clock. Count it. And now it's a 9-point Heat lead.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
And it's Butler missing. And here's Herro. He'll bring it up for Miami. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. That one goes in. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I would say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars.
I think we have a beautiful game now. Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Back to Herro. Good ball movement here by the Heat. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Herro's got 14 points here in the second half. The 76ers trail by 10. Outside Butler. Buries it down low. Miami's on 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Ware kicks to Robinson. Inside. Here's Herro. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Heat lead by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Miami.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Tyler Herro.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Wiggins drives in. Good on the shot.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Butler deciding where to go with it. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia, Jared Butler, 1.
Free throw, no good for Butler. And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Outside Rozier. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponents.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we got rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats.